And the kobolds, they keep directing you to the east. Just beyond here
Hi,
is
where
our
are you?
god. Is
Oh,
our god.
sorry.
Follow! Follow! You are slow, humans. So, the kobold here, kobold number 6, he takes this beautiful silk curtain and slings it to one side. And as he does that, you can feel the degrees drop even more, probably by about 15 degrees. That's a huge jump. Now you're actually on the board. You're on the verge of like feeling cold. And as you walk into this last room, there it is. There is a white dragon in your presence.
Okay. I start genuflecting, bowing and scraping. I get as close as I'm allowed to.
Greetings, mighty Parallax.
Hail, Lord Parallax.
I have heard that there have been intruders into my lair.
Well, we did not.
What
mean to
are you
intrude
doing
into
in
your
my lair?
sir. We came after an item that was stolen by this Malareth character that's taken up residence here.
Ha! Malareth. Ha! He pays rent. And you can see that this dragon, this is what the dragon looks like. This is the first screenshot. Beautiful young dragon, probably the size of a very large bear. He was coiled into the corner on this blue type of very icy blue rune. And as you get closer, Seeker and Vain and Pride, it actually gets a lot colder. And as the dragon, was coiled up, now, he stands up much larger than what he appeared. And he is definitely larger than a bear. And he stands up, puffs his chest out, all of his scales kind of beautifully form this beautiful shiny white armor. His eyes look like ice. And then he asks you, "What of Malareth?"
I'm afraid he wasn't amenable to conversation, my liege. We had to dispatch of him.
He shall not be paying rent any longer.
Ha! 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 What proof do you have that you have disposed of Malareth?
Malareth's staff in my hands.
This is also a small hoard of treasure that's kind of lines the back end of the room.
I make a careful note not to let my eyes drift towards it too much. Yes,
Malareth is disposed of. This is his staff. It is. Give me a diplomacy check, Willie. We were going to do a skill challenge. This is the first time we've done a. This will be a very easy. We'll make it a level 1 skill challenge. We'll do 6 successes before 3 failures. And there will be consequences for failing. Obviously, you guys will know what the consequences would be. And if you are successful, then... in fact, we'll do 2 and 4, seeing that we only have 4 people here. So, 4 and 2. So, your first one, he is very impressed with the way that you...
I am like on my knees, basically, Dave. I know dragons are overwhelming creatures.
He's very proud, yes.
This dragon at all, yeah. I am being as polite and respectful as possible.
Holding the staff out as, I guess you're kind of presenting it, hands above your head. Yes, the one of the kobolds slinks its way over towards you, and you can tell that this kobold has been through the meat grinder.
Yeah, and he's of a higher station than the rest of them.
Yeah, this kobold takes the staff and presents it to Parallax, and Parallax sniffs it. But it's no ordinary sniff. It's like a and you can feel the air kind of being pulled away from you.
The pressure in the room has
Exactly. He says,
my ears are popping and shit.
"So it seems that Malareth is disposed of."
Unfortunately, Lord, he could not be reasoned with. As you can understand, when something gets stolen from you, you want to get it back. And my friend had an item stolen, and I was tasked to retrieve it. And Malareth wouldn't give it to us. He spout off nonsense about some gods I know not of, and proceeded to engage with us in combat, which
He
was
was
his undoing.
probably speaking of this blasphemous deity named Baphomet. The
Probably
platinum
so. I think
dragon
even
would
more
eat him for
worse than
lunch.
headgear like that, yes.
Very stupid
he
human.
speaks negatively of that evil deity.
Hmm.
I would say respect a little bit grows.
Oh, towards the dragon?
Yeah.
What do you say to the dragon?
I don't say anything. It's just like instead of that hard, like eye slit, the kind of type of.
He seems
he
rather
crazy.
intelligent.
He
Mhm.
loosens himself up around the dragons, I guess is what he's saying, basically.
Malareth was not my friend. He just
I
brought
wouldn't
me
think
treasure.
such as he would be a friend of yours, my lord.
As he please stop groveling at me. Do not grovel at me.
Lord
I am not
Parallax.
an adult yet. I am still fairly young. Left my den early to stake my claim in the lands.
Your humility knows no bounds, my lord.
Give me
Lord
another
Parallax,
check
we
there,
heard-
wee Willie.
Lord
Yes.
Parallax, we heard that that Malareth had offended you from one of his minions, and so we knew that his death would be pleasing unto you. Is this true?
It is rather pleasing indeed. What is
And
your
I'm-
name
I'm-
and step forward?
I am the Seeker, my lord.
Ooh, the Seeker. I
I,
shall remember that name. How did you
We're
best
grateful-
Malareth and his wasteful time of undead army? How did you best him? As you give me a diplomacy check, the Seeker.
I'll recount just very briefly the episode of tipping over the brazier and
Oh,
burning up the.
I love stories.
Of course you do. Okay, diplomacy. Just in the tower.
And you can see that he actually starts to seem like he's relaxing a little bit towards you, and Parallax, he kind of goes back down on sits down on his hind legs, and puts his wings down and kind of looks a little bit more relaxed, ready for story time. So you're telling them a story, and please go on with your story. Please, Seeker, go on with your story.
We found his cauldron of fire burning in an offensive way and turned that against him. We dragged it in front of the doors to his laboratory and had him open the doors with a simple ruse. He's so foolish as to be unprepared for such an event.
He was quite a fool, and that bugbear stunk from. I could smell that bugbear from here.
He was not even a challenge. He did not even lay a single hit upon any of us.
You start to
We-
concern me, the Seeker. Are you here for my treasure?
Oh, of course not. I'm merely telling you the ways in which this small group has been of service to yourself.
You
By
did
dis-
not come here and ask
by
for
of this matter.
anything from me. This is the first time that I've got ears in this place. Of course, as you can tell, I have many dedicated followers. As he kind of leans over and swallows this kobold whole, as he kind of just leans over and gobbles them up and you can see that there's a leg kind of kicking, and he kind of leans back and chomps on it a couple times. And as you can see, I've got eyes around here. So why did you not come to me in the first place? Maybe we could have made some type of alliance. Could we have not?
We already knew, Great Parallax, that you saw all that happened in your lair.
I do see all.
If our presence was offensive,
hey Sprout,
to you,
thank you very much for the follow.
Would have dismissed us. So we knew that we had your blessing to dispose of the foul Malareth.
Give me one more diplomacy check also, and give me a +2 on that. I like that. Who are your other friends? And what part did they play in this? I am not an ally of Malareth. I basically just let him stay because Malareth was I call him a servant of mine as well. He did good to me. He brought me quite a bit of the treasure that I have. And I do appreciate Malareth for that. But for only that, I don't like his practices that he was performing in my lair.
Yes, my lord, and I'm sure you already know this, but we heard disturbing news from one of his minions that he sought to overthrow you and take your place as master of this realm. Of course,
he was a fool to think that. He was a fool to think that. I know I am the most powerful in here. I could freeze all of you in one swift breath. But I do not want to do that.
To die, my lord.
Well, I appreciate that. And he takes his wing and he kind of flutters it in his chest, in his pile of treasure. And you can see some items are kind of flying around. You can see like a pouch kind of fly behind him, and you can see lots of gold and some platinum pieces. And when he flutters his wings, this piece, this beautiful suit of armor appears, sort of like a ship rising out of the sea. And he lays with his wing, he scoops up this armor, and he lays it down on the rune in front of you, and he says, "Please, accept this gift as a token of my appreciation, and for doing some of the light work that I would have had to do."
You do us great honor, my lord. We merely wanted to pay a courtesy call before we left your lair, but yes, this is overwhelming. I'm very overawed.
We are so grateful for the small bauble from your vast treasure, my lord, that you could
it is quite a vast treasure.
Condescend to give us this small amount for our service. We are glad to be of service.
Well, maybe we shall strike a deal down the line. Maybe if there is a favor I shall need, maybe I will send message to you.
Please call upon us.
Where do you all hail from? Where do you hail from to where I can contact you?
Well, we are heading towards Brindle after we leave here. Our friend that had the item stolen is residing there currently. We mean to return that to him and maybe spend a week or so there.
And what is this item that you were seeking?
It was one of the tools of necromancy, and of course it could not be in his hands, but must be put away to cause no more damage.
Yeah, and as you present this, as you present this box to him, the scales actually kind of, you can hear his scales ruffling, and you can see that, there are bits of ice kind of falling off of the dragon. He goes, this does not bode well. This is powerful necromantic magic indeed. It needs to be disposed of.
Away from people like Malareth, my lord. My friend Urton, who had possession of this previously, trying to put a rest to it once and for all, but it was stolen by this Malareth, and as you can tell, he meant to turn it to bad ends.
Please, take the armor. Do not bring that box back into my lair. That is the power that I had sensed. And I am glad that you have taken care of the problem for me, that I shall not have to ruffle my scales or waste any of my energy to kill something that would have taken no time at all to slaughter.
Right. How fortuitous is it? I doing a deed for another would be a service to you, my lord. I am ever humbled.
Also, please take this as well. And he throws a sort of like a small little chest, and another kobold walks in and
Snack
opens
time
up.
again.
No, they opens up the chest, and you can see that there are a nice mixture of gold and silver and some gems as well.
Oh, your benevolence knows no bounds, my lord. Thank
Yes,
you.
yes, I know. Please stop groveling.
Sense motive, Dave. Does he dislike groveling?
He's eating it up, man. He's so proud to be a dragon. Oh yeah, he's loving giving you a little portion of his treasure.
Yeah, I motioned to I to grab that. Okay, I don't think anybody else has the strength to pick up anything.
Yeah, I tie it to my backpack, I suppose.
All right, so who wants this armor? It is leather armor.
Can anybody wear it?
I can't use it. So.
Probably
I
the
look towards,
ranger.
look towards Vane. Yeah, Vane. I can
Sure,
wear
Vane.
leather, but I think Vane probably be better off with it.
Vane or a missing compatriot, wherever she has.
No,
Wanders
maybe
to-
save it for. Maybe she went to Brindle or something. I don't know. But the dragon, he kind of goes back down into a coil in the corner of his room and of his lair here, and he tells you that you have free reign to roam about if you wish, and a few of my minions will escort you out when you are ready to go.
Thank you, my liege.
We
I hope
genuflect
we
on
can-
the way out.
I hope we can stay
course we do.
allies in the future.
Indeed. Thank you, my lord, for your consideration.
A great honor to be the ally of such a powerful one as yourself.
Yes, yes. You have seen nothing yet. Everyone will hear the name Parallax the Great one day.
Okay. So yeah.
And you laugh? You laugh?
I'm not. That's out of character.
That was out of character, Dave.
I was hoping to break this dragon a little bit. That'd be pretty cool.
Dave wants to roll those dragon attacks on me. Oh god.
There are dragons for freaking every level in 4th edition. Level 1 dragons, 2,
Every
3.
level?
Yeah, well, dude, there's probably 100 different dragons in 4E. At least 100. Shit, there is I have
There's
the
12 agents.
Draconomicon, the chromatic dragons, Draconomicon, metallic dragons, and then all of the dragons in MM1, 2, and 3, the Monster Vault, the Threats of Nentervale, every other hardback, the 44 hardback. There's tons of dragons in 4E,
So-
all levels.
Indeed.
So what would have been funny is if we had came in through this door.
You would have had an opportunity to speak with him. I would have
Yeah.
given you that opportunity. Sure, absolutely. Why not? So let's give you guys a little bit more XP. How about that, huh? And
Nice.
so I'm gonna go ahead. Who's getting the armor? Who's going to be assigned the armor?
That would be Vane.
All right, Vane has the armor. I will go ahead and assign everything. All right, so Vane got the armor. Everybody got 24 gold and 20 gems and 40 silver. As for
All the
XP,
things.
man, I love this automation, guys. This is just freaking insane. I love it. Alright, so I will go ahead and give you a little bit more experience. Not much. You guys are up to 825. Alright, so you guys have pretty much done everything inside of this place.
I see this big white square below me. It's very tempting, especially when I have free reign.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Seeker's got to
Yeah.
poke his head in here before, because Parallax
Yeah.
said we could walk around.
You have, yeah, absolutely. And Parallax said you have free reign. You know, as you guys walking to this room, it seems like this is like a type of a central hub for worshiping.
I
And
see rooms.
yeah, there are several of these runes on the floor. You know, and you go between the two rooms. There are these sets of 4 runes that are engraved on the floor in front of each one of these altars. Now, one of these altars is for the god Arathis, or Arathis, and then one is for Pelor. And if
Interesting.
yeah, and they're the gods of basically civilization, justice, war, creation.
Well, we saw 2 when we walked in, 2 altars, and here are the other 2.
Yes,
Right. So we basically have seen all 4 gods.
correct, correct. And
Maybe
it's just
maybe the kobolds know the meaning of these rooms.
Well,
What is this down at the bottom of the room here, Dave?
that's the altar.
yeah.
Okay, that's the altar. Okay.
Correct.
Arcana check on the runes.
Sure. What's up, Nightmare? What's up, Inferno Tornado? I haven't seen you in a long time.
I'm going to try and inspect them. With
Yeah, the
religion,
Fantasy
because
Grounds
I know
divides
there's
XP,
historical
rewards them
things,
XP,
to do with
rewards
this
them
sort of,
loot, does everything. It's so
multi-god
awesome.
thing going on there.
Oh, yeah, Pride. You just have Pride. You have no clue what's going on, and in fact, you're just
I
so
don't even know these gods, bro.
yeah. You've heard of them because you're hearing I. Basically, I is basically schooling you on all of these
It's like this. bro.
religious icons and symbols and stuff. But it's just the 4 tiles on the floor. It's basically more just religious iconage of these 2 deities that are represented in these rooms.
Mm.
Pelor and Arathis. Yeah, and then
symbology.
Yeah, the room. The altar up in the very far northern room, that is of Bahamut, the god of justice, nobility, the platinum dragon,
Right.
and the altar to the west is for Morden, the god of the dwarves, god of creation and craft.
A very religious group he has. Indeed.
Yeah, these symbols. You think that? Give me a religious check. Now that you're kind of on the hunt here for something. You think that these symbols could possibly do something, but it's out of your knowledge right now. Maybe later on you would be able to determine what these runes could actually do with this
It's like
unique
that scratching
altar.
at the back of my mind. It's like,
Yeah,
I
this is
know
just
the answer to this. I just can't think of it.
Actually, no. This is actually supersedes any of your knowledge. This type of this type of iconage and runes and magic is out of your range. These are for the
Something to strive for.
Yeah, these are for the Templars and of that type of range of magic.
So Dave, I'll take out some
Seeker.
parchment and kind of sketch the runes.
Very
what do you mean
nice.
by-
I like that.
And maybe someone in town would be able to
What
explain these to us.
What do you mean by that, Dave? Like Templar range of magic? Like
Very high level acolytes of the church. Very high level types of clerics.
Which is totally beyond me. I'm
You're,
like
you're,
a fucking idiot.
you know how hard it is to tell like the guy who's thinking his runes, be like, these are way beyond you. It's kind of like, huh?
Yeah,
Well,
that's chafing you, isn't it?
that's like a Egyptologist going to Egypt and being like, I have no idea what this one
Right.
says.
Yeah, like finding new runes of that they've hieroglyphics that they've never seen, hieroglyphs that they've never seen before.
Oh yeah, no, I mean it's something to strive for. It is
It's like a priest
Yeah.
not knowing about religion.
You will
and
gain
rolling a one.
basically you will gain knowledge of this later on when you gain more experience in adventuring.
and then we'll have the eureka moment.
Possibly.
Well, I've copied them down for you, so you can study them later. Let's
Good work.
Very
That's
much
let's
it.
leave
kind.
this place.
All right.
Yes, I do miss the sun.
Tell Lord Parallax it was an honor to meet him. I say.
Yes! Yes!
One of the next fucking kobolds to get.
How did you like that? The kobold walks in, Parallax just chomps him, crunches him, bones crunching him.
Right.
Great. All right, so
Going out
everybody,
that door?
you guys, this is where,
sure.
remember where at the
Paths-
very
paths
beginning,
split.
how the paths split? Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys go back and you're in a familiar place once you go down this corridor that you haven't been to. Once it kind of curves and it meets another path, you automatically recognize this as being back to a place that you've already been to before. And you travel out of the cave system. You pass the trade roads again. You make it back to the ambush site where
Did we grab the
Urton's.
rug?
I didn't hear you, but you guys can grab it, seeing that you guys are still close. Yeah, absolutely.
Sticker rolled it up, but he didn't grab it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
going to take a couple of you guys to. Hey, you guys look like a bunch of
David.
gypsies walking down the road.
Like fucking moving.
Yeah, you guys, like the fucking Beverly Hillbillies with no truck though,
How much does it weigh?
It's like over 100 pounds. It's like a 150-pound
Okay.
carpet. This thing is massive.
Go ahead, put it
So-
on me.
This dude. Oh
It's-
god.
it's-
I'll be in over normal, but I'll be under heavy. I'm okay.
Okay.
So you
Good thing we
guys,
bought this pack horse.
you get back to the ambush site where.
Wonder where that trollop ran off to. Well, she's usually not like this.
Who was that? Who fail?
Talk about failure.
So you start to travel east. Now I want to pull the map back out of the area, the Elser Vale area of where you are at now. So this is where you're at. You're sort of a little bit further than halfway than between Talar, where you left, and your destination of Brindle. Now, it has been, you guys have, slept during the night. It is, the sun is literally just coming up probably several hours ago. So you're going to have to spend the entire day walking. I'd say the majority of the day walking to Brindle from here. Each one of these squares is about 20 miles, and you guys got a ton of stuff on you.
Yeah.
So it's going to take you probably the majority, probably middle, I would say early to middle afternoon, you guys will arrive in Brindle. And, the journey is uneventful. A couple other caravans. There's one caravan that comes from, looks like it probably comes from Brindle, probably traveling to Talar. And then there is also a couple other very fast riders that were riding from west to east towards Brindle. But you guys eventually make it to Brindle, and that is where we're going to stop for tonight. So we will continue as you are at the very western gate to Brindle, and I will give you a map of Brindle now. It is a pretty large city. It's on the river. You guys are here at the very western point, and that is where we are. We're gonna start next week.
Oh no, you got the VR thing next week, right? Dave?
Yeah, we're.
Oh yeah. My bad on that.
So we're off next week.
Yeah.
Are we going to try to
Chances
do it
are,
on Wednesday or something?
Oh,
I don't know. I have to find out when this when the virtual reality with the Oculus Rift is going to go on. So it's going to be Thursday. I just don't know an exact time yet because they're lining up all of their players at their office to do this. So
well, you got everybody's email and
Watsy's
stuff, I think.
Watsy's all the way on the West Coast. Hopefully,
yeah,
you don't have to stay up too late. Hopefully
yeah,
they're not,
yeah.
like,
It don't
8
matter.
p.m.
Yeah.
Western. Well, or Pacific.
So once I find out more from, I believe her name is Katie. Once I find out more from her about when, or Jane, I think her name is Jane. Her name is Jane. I'm sorry. Once I find out more from Jane about when the time is going to be, I'll email everybody through. I'll just email everybody through Twitch. So if you guys can maybe make it on Wednesday, maybe we'll play Wednesday or something like that. So, but anyways,
Available.
I had fun. You guys are there at location
Yeah,
number one.
GG Day.
Yeah, good
Yeah, it was
game.
awesome.
Yep.
Got lots
Awesome
of
as always, guys.
lots of loot. Good job, everybody. It was very fun tonight. Good job with the thinking of,
The fucking the fire.
the
vat,
cauldron.
the
Oh, that
brazier,
is so awesome. That was so good. I eat that kind of shit up. I love
And
it.
that
so.
that huge zombie was probably an imposing opponent as well.
It was a very lethal. I was actually kind of worried a little bit for you guys.
So the best part, I
So
think,
was I.
it wasn't that the fire did a lot of damage because I
Right.
saw that it really didn't.
but it's consistent.
Yeah.
It was that it caused it to run all the way around, and then we burst through and finish him off before I could get back.
Nice.
Right. All right. Well, GG guys.
Looks like
It
they're
was awesome.
they're wanting to. Looks like they're wanting to probably start up about. Looks like about 5 p.m. I just got an email from Jane a little while ago, so looks
So
like about
9 your time.
5 p.m. or so. I think they're wanting to play for like 8 hours. It looks like. So
Is it,
yeah, they're
but is
wanting
it
to.
5 p.m. your time or 5 p.m.
It's
their
it,
time?
it would be 5 p.m. my time. So
Hopefully.
yeah, because it would be 2 p.m. for them, which would be 5 p.m. for me. So I guess they're gonna have their whole office playing. That's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I can't
definitely
wait. It's gonna be
watch.
fun to see players sitting around a table in a room. People getting up and walking around, and when they kill a monster, their arms go up in the air and cheer and stuff. It's going to be so cool to see
Oh, yeah, you're
something.
not going to be able to stream it, are you?
Yeah, I'm streaming it. Hell yeah, I'm going
Oh, okay.
to. Yeah,
All
they told
right.
me
I
they
just
told
don't
me
know
I
how
could.
that's going to work.
Yeah, they definitely want to do it. So I'm going to have all that Oculus VR gear on and all that shit. It's going to be really fun. I'm looking forward to doing it. We're going to play D&D 5e, so yeah. There's going to be some
I'll be
announcements on that stuff.
For sure.
So yeah, sorry guys, but it's good that we've got to play pretty much every week. So I usually don't want to do this, but this is sort of like a special occasion thing to where getting invited to do something like that is actually pretty cool. So
Yep.
But
No, for sure.
game's going good though, guys. Now we are officially starting. We are officially
The
starting.
Gears of War, I mean the
Yep.
Scales of War.
Scales of War. Now we are officially starting Scales of War, but I'm also doing some other stuff because remember, you still have this box. You have some other things. Yeah. So we'll continue
we gotta
this.
take that to Urton, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
You, I'm sure you'll be questioning the shit out of Urton too. So
Yeah, I'm gonna find out
yeah.
what's going on.
It'll be interesting
no,
to see.
It's
So
not an out of character thing. It was in character.
What's that?
what's that
Her disappearance.
for? What?
Her disappearance.
Yeah. We'll
He's
have
talking
to-
about. He's talking about. Faye.
about fail. Yeah, we'll have to see.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Jeez.
Okay.
So, all right, everybody, GG. It was fun.
Alright,
Awesome
yeah,
time
GG
tonight,
day.
guys. Yep. See you guys later on.